Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a critic.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to Everyone's a Critic, an offshoot of Everyone I Know. If you're new to the cast, normally we take 3 topics and we talk about those 3 topics, but today we're going to take one topic and we're going to investigate it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to critique it. Last time we did this, we did bodega drinks. Me and Sheepdog Radio got real drunk, had a real good time. So we decided not to punish ourselves physically this time.
Yes.
More on that later. But I am joined today with my brother, Andrew.
Hey, it's me. I'm here.
And
Where else would I be?
I don't know.
Fuck you. Don't ask me to do stuff. This is what I like to do.
Sometimes we go on vacation.
This is my goddamn hobby. I would never miss this.
This is true. And also, our producer, Brendan.
Hello.
This episode of Everyone Knows brought to you by Audible.com. If you want a free audiobook and a trial membership to Audible.com, you can go to audibletrial.com/EIK. I am listening to The Expanse. It's fucking great. I'm on the last book. It's great.
It's my space book.
It's my space book, dude.
It's my favorite little space book.
Favorite little space book about tribalism and racism in the future.
Future racism. Kind of what this movie was about.
A little bit.
Kind of.
Andy, let's say they wanted to get some. Let's say the folks out there in the listening audience wanted to give us some money directly.
Give us cash directly. You can send a unmarked plain blank envelope to 94 North Pine Avenue, apartment 1.
Dox yourself.
Yeah, well, come and get me. No, you can go to patreon.com/everyone I know, and you can sign up for a Patreon and help us make the cast, you know?
Yeah, helps out. Every
We
dollar
give you little
helps.
statues and candles
Every
that I make in my kitchen.
dollar helps. We're joined today by a guest, a return guest, a friend of the show, a friend of the cast, a friend of ours. Jake's with us. Jake, tell us about yourself.
Hey there, my name is Jake, and I like these guys, like this podcast. Glad to be here.
Wow, succinct.
Succinct? Perfect. Like it.
Whose idea was it to watch this movie?
I think it was yours.
Nope.
It was your idea.
So that would be the genesis of this idea. Jake, I made a song for you before we knew what we were watching this week, so it doesn't have anything to do with the movie, but it does have to do with you.
Oh, I thought the first song was what you made me.
No, that's the theme song.
You don't listen to the cast.
Oh, no, for
Half
shame.
the things you said were a lie.
Yeah, you do like us, though, right?
Yeah, is that your real address, too, that you just told
That is my
everyone?
real address.
Jesus Christ. You're an animal.
Murder me. I dare you. I can't be killed by bullets. Here's a song. Shout it out if you know the sample.
Okay.
It's got to start, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait a second, guys. Wait a moment. Song that both you and Jake like.
I like this. I have no clue what the sample is.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, it's John Prine.
Yes, it is.
That's John Prine. That's Sam Stone.
Oh! Nice.
That's awesome. I like that. That's cool. I was actually listening to this the other day when he first came out with it, because he was writing the song when he was a mailman. So he had nothing to do, so he said, just be a mailman in the country, just kind of get drunk and write songs. And he went to this open mic, sang Sam Stone. That was one of his first songs he ever wrote solo. And at this divey bar, and outside like Illinois or something, everyone just stopped, and that's when he got signed.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Him and his tiny little face.
Yeah.
He's got a tiny face.
Does have a very small face. Yes, that was the song Sam Stone by John Prine.
I didn't know he was a mailman. Very Bukowski of him to be a drunk mailman.
Yeah, he went to the war and came back, and he was a mailman.
He became disillusioned with the American military-industrial complex.
Yeah. You'd be like Bukowski and just not go to war and just roam the country.
Yeah,
Just get into adventures.
they said I was too insane.
All right.
Oh, we got to do the old man minute before we get
Oh, we
into it.
do.
Hey, Brandon, you awake?
Oh, I'm ready to roll.
All right. If you're new to the cast, our father listens to every episode, and he sends us an email recapping last week's episode. I can't read out loud, but Brendan can.
Happy fall, EIK fellas. Sadly, I have to report that Sid Haig, the only clown I ever liked, passed at age 80. And once again, the
the
world is a
bed.
little less interesting of place. Don't you like clowns? Don't we make you laugh? Rick, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Okasik?
Okasik of the Cars.
Okasik of the Cars also passed. In his honor, let's go. Topic
If you don't know
111.
the clown he's talking about, it's the guy who played fucking.
Captain Spaulding.
We're going to be getting into it.
Okay, cool.
How do you express your feelings? Need I remind you, I'm 100% powers. We express our anger and unsolicited opinions, but not feelings. Ian was very interesting. He has the same mellow voice of DJ K. Billy, host of Sounds of the 70s from Reservoir Dogs. His is an interesting story of struggle and perseverance. Best of luck to Ian. With respect to artistic outlets, try being a bean counter with my sick, twisted sense of humor. Thank God I own my own business.
He is really the Joker of accounting.
He really is. Yeah.
Topic 2. That should be the tagline on the business. Like right on every park bench ad.
Well, it says we live in a society. Come get your taxes done.
Communication today. My preferred methods of communication are as follows. Good, telephone. Better, face-to-face. Best, a brick thrown through a plate glass window with a note attached. He is the Joker. Topic 3. Let's remake some movies. First, to address Chris's choices. The Godzilla franchise. Bruce Lee as Godzilla and Jackie Chan as Godzuki. Jingle All the Way. Sean Connery and Morgan Freeman. I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that too.
This is my favorite. Chairman of the board. Carrot Top is replaced by Prince Harry.
That's amazing. I love that.
I watched that.
Now for my remake of The Devil's Rejects. Captain Spaulding, Uncle Tony. Otis.
He's a clown.
Sugar Bear from Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Baby, Ivanka Trump. Mother Firefly, Nancy Pelosi. Sheriff
Both
Whitehell.
sides of the issue.
Sheriff Whitehell, Gary Busey.
Of course, that's a fucking perfect.
That's a good one.
that's a perfect.
Charlie
casting.
Altamont, Chris Rock. Cleavon me. It might work. Love, old man. P.S. Uncle Dan is flying into Albany Wednesday p.m. He and I are giving a talk to Utica College students in the white-collar crime curriculum. I'm driving him back to Albany Saturday, and maybe we can get together at lunch. First of all,
Is he gonna
that
pay
sounds
for that?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
I've spoken to colleges. I didn't give a fuck or pay for it, so he better not be getting paid.
Yeah.
No, he's older than you.
Also, your dad should be like a casting guy. Damn, that's
Right?
a brilliant
Yeah,
changes.
this guy's talents are wasted.
Yeah.
In accounting. He does like forensic accounting, so hopefully we can put some of these rich bastards in jail.
Wait, does he do forensic accounting?
What is that?
That's
Yeah, he
what my
does
that's
that.
what my our uncle actually does. Is
Oh,
forensic
really?
accounting. Yep.
Yep. And then
That's kind of cool.
yep. It is kind of cool.
It's the most badass accounting you can do, I guess.
It is. Yeah, no, it's the coolest. It's the coolest accounting you can do.
What is that?
It's like finding fraud and shit like that inside of like bookkeeping and stuff.
It's
Secret agent
payroll
accounting.
payroll cops.
Yeah, payroll cops. Kind of
Oh,
like
yeah,
time
that's cool.
cops, only they.
Sounds
Yeah.
way cooler than it actually is.
And your fact of the day will be that wage theft accounts for more theft than all other forms of theft combined in the United States.
And another
I believe it.
fact for the day: the police have taken more property through civil forfeiture than any criminal. All the criminals in the country have done through theft. So they're stealing from you too. Everyone's stealing from you, and they're all a part of the state. What are we talking about today, guys?
I stole something from a lady today, so.
Her heart.
You know we're recording.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything more.
Okay. So today, as we talked about in the beginning, we're gonna have one topic. This topic was given to us by Jake himself. We're gonna review a movie, a movie,
Just a movie.
just a movie, of the feelings around that movie, and we're gonna be talking today about the 1960 whatever, fucking I
68.
guess 68 fucking cult movie. I guess.
Yes.
100% cult movie.
Yeah. Okay. Barbarella.
We're in space.
I think this is probably the most appropriate episode to have those effects. There's lots of do's. So if you were uninitiated, just go Google it. It's a movie. It's been around forever. You've probably heard about it in some way, shape, or form. It's pretty prominent in pop culture now.
Barbarella, here we come.
Barbarella.
Is there going to be a gritty remake?
They
did talk
all
about
the
it.
fucking
They did
time,
talk
dude.
about it. That'll come later. I've got facts.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard anything about that. I'm
Yeah.
excited for
Oh, yeah.
this.
So the movie is starring Jane Fonda. She is
Yes, it is.
she is very pretty.
That is by far the peak of Jane Fonda's prettiness.
This was like I think the movie that cemented her as like Sex Kitten Jane
Yeah.
Fonda. She'd been in some
Okay.
stuff before this.
And then
but
only a few years later, she became Trader Jane
Trader
Fonda.
Jane Fonda. More on that later, actually.
Okay.
I've got some facts about that too.
Fair enough. Didn't know that, but okay.
What?
Yeah, no.
Hanoi Jane. You know about
Oh, this is going to be great. I can't wait till we
Okay.
get
We'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there. Yeah, it's a very it's got a plot, I guess, about
Plot is secondary to the costumes and the sets.
and the sex. So Barbarella is traveling the cosmos trying to find Duran Duran.
Durand. There's a D at the
Duran.
end. Did you know that?
No.
The guy's name is Durand.
So she goes to various planets, finding different life forms and love,
Yes.
and eventually Duran Duran.
Did you look at the script for that? Did they have that in the movie?
Yeah. That's his name is Durand. And then I guess Duran just took the name without the D's to,
Wow.
I don't know. Sounds
So I
better.
listened to the band before I saw the movie.
Do you know why they left the D's out? Because they got enough D.
Barbarella
Got
did.
it, but hungry like the world.
So kind of like unofficially the way we normally do these like media ones, I think we have to do like a hot take in the beginning. Everybody's
Sure. Let's give our hot
first
takes.
thoughts. I'm gonna go last.
Okay, because you're going to say something negative.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So as the guest, should I go first?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
be our
why
guest.
don't you go first?
So this is the first movie I think I've ever watched where I got very erect most of the time, guy or girl,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't matter whatsoever because I knew she was going to save the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's shag carpeting on an inside of a spacecraft,
That's a big deal. It's a big thing.
fucking amazing. You can't beat that. That's the best movie right there, hands down.
My
Blind Angels,
yes,
yeah.
blind angels who need to get laid
To see.
to
fly.
to be able to fly, to get the
yes.
will back to
The
fly.
will back to fly. Yeah.
Very cool.
Your take, Andy.
My take is the 70s seemed fun.
60s. You mean.
60s, whatever. They all seemed fun. It seemed like a fucking groovy time, baby.
My take. Movie is one of the best 20 minutes I've watched and then completely lost interest in there on out. I thought it was, everybody's entitled to their opinions.
Yeah,
Okay, don't give me those
I'm
looks.
just making faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have opinions. I'm like, but who gives a shit? Okay,
Fair
continue.
enough. Fair enough. You can, okay, whatever. So
Yeah, who gives a shit about your opinion, Chris? Jake's right.
But the 40 people that listen to us.
Yeah, you're idiots. Reevaluate your life. Why are you listening to us?
So I thought it was like right from the beginning. It was I was ready for a real campy, fun little thing.
Yes.
and it needed a little bit more fucking plot because there was nothing there.
The plot is not important. It's not important.
Boring. It was
How
boring.
dare you?
Okay, the set design in 1968 for that movie is insane.
Yes.
Okay, no, for the first like 20 minutes, yeah.
No, for the whole movie.
whole-
But
goddamn movie.
Then it was just like the same shit. Okay, there's like a bubble thingy there and a bubble thingy there. No.
Apparently, you have not expanded your mind enough, my friend, to understand
not.
that the Chamber of Dreams was an iconic set.
Oh my god, the Chamber of Dreams. I'll admit I haven't watched this movie in probably 7 years. I thought we were gonna all watch it together today when I was invited.
Nice.
I didn't know how to do homework before this.
Well, Jake got in my car today. I'm like, I'm not saying a word about fucking Barbarella until I get on. Mike's like, it's like, oh, we're not gonna watch it. Like, nah, man.
I was wondering if you had refreshed. It's okay. That's a good perspective to, and we can have the refresher
Rose
moments.
fucking colored glasses on about it.
We have a beautiful. It's a great movie. I watched it yesterday. Fuck you.
I watched it yesterday too.
and I loved it. Okay, comments. Legs. What did you think?
Great.
Lots of legs.
Lots of legs.
Lots of costumes.
Lots of costumes. She changed costumes like how many times during that movie?
7 times I counted.
Okay.
That's what the director's known for, though. He's known for like those erotic kind of
Yeah.
sci-fi movie type of things.
Well, he was like a French dude, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
This movie was so French, Chris.
French.
Chris, when they were in space and she couldn't communicate, the two languages that she tried to speak was English, and then she goes, "Parlez-vous français?"
This is a man who was born and died in Paris.
Yep.
but he
He's-
spent most of his life in like
Italy, right? I think.
I don't know, something like that. It's like
This
don't know,
is
'cause
a
he was
man
married
who
to, like,
was
Bridget
married to
Bardot.
Bridget Bardot,
Jane Fonda,
Jane Fonda,
and two,
yeah.
like 4 other girls.
Annette Streuberg, Catherine Schneider, whoever the hell that is, and Marie Christine Barol.
And then he died when he was 70. So that's
Hell
like
yeah.
five like probably insanely gorgeous people. Like Serge Gainsbourg status level. Like that's so freaking cool.
All right, I'm not taking away from him. I just think
Let's
his film's
give
kind of trash.
let's give a plot summary.
I just gave the plot summary.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Let's walk through the plot because there's so much there.
There's so much there.
Opening scene. We see an astronaut floating in zero gravity, definitely not laying on her side, being
Yep.
filmed from the top.
Yep.
She is floating around. Oh, but wait, you don't know it's a lady or a man. You probably thought it was a man because you're sexist.
Until you see the
in
hands.
the 70s, until you see those Jane Fonda hands come out of the
like-
glove.
going like that.
And then you see Jane Fonda's tits come out of the spacesuit.
Yep.
And then
You see that hair, that big old hair.
lots of hair, lots of costumes. Whole
So
movie.
do not get me wrong here. I was on board from the first from my watching. All right, cool. This, like I said, this is gonna be camp. This is gonna be weird. I'm gonna like it. Like when she gets she gets the call from the president of the world. I guess.
President of the
Earth.
United
Yeah.
of Earth, yeah.
The fucking happiness or love.
Love is what they say.
And like
Chris,
she's
get your
she's
fucking mind into the 60s, please. Please.
she's stark naked and she's like, I'll just put something on. I said, no, don't worry about it. Like I'm like, okay, I'm into this.
Yes.
I know what's going on. But it's just the same shit over and over again for fucking an hour and a half.
The
movie
whole
the movie
movie-
could have been 20 minutes long.
Yes, of course it could have been. But then they wouldn't have been able to go to all the different
Do
locations.
the same thing fucking 3 times.
They were different. Tell me that the planet that she landed on, where the children abducted her,
Ice
and then-
planet.
Ice planet.
Sex, leave planet.
No.
Next planet.
Ice planet get abducted by children, led on a manta ray sled dog.
Okay, I laughed out loud when I saw
That was fucking rad.
that was fucking weird.
Okay, you don't think this was some poetic sense of the political landscape at the time, the different planets?
No, this
That's
is a
what they're
lot of
going
cocaine.
for.
This is a lot of cocaine and a lot of LSD.
I am begging to differ on this.
Okay.
You think that no cocaine was...
You don't think there was any
Consumed-
cocaine involved in this movie?
Oh, there's definitely cocaine.
No,
involved.
this
Okay,
is-
okay.
It's the 60s,
I'm a
dude.
fucking
No, it's
crazy
LSD,
person.
Yeah.
man. This is LSD.
Yeah,
There's some
LSD.
coke in there too,
There's
man.
definitely, yeah, very
there's
cokey
some
moments.
there's some coke in there.
Okay. I think so let's just I'll walk through the plot and you guys can commentate back and forth. Jake, you be my ally here. Chris, you can be your grumpus.
I'm not being a grumpus. I'm
don't know.
saying it's,
I don't know about
it's-
that.
Grumpus is a condition.
Yeah.
Shouldn't mock him for it.
Yeah. I'm trying every day, man.
Okay.
They're gonna take his vape away.
Yeah, they're taking my next they're gonna take my seltzers away from me.
They already took the caffeine out of Four Loko. What's next?
Motherfuckers. Police state.
Okay. Gamers rise up. Might as well.
Yeah, why not? We live
Okay.
in a society.
Okay. So Barbarella wakes up in space. President of Earth says, you got to go track down this Duran Duran. He's got a gun, basically.
Yeah, it's a bad gun.
He's got a positronic ray, right?
Yes.
And you got to go fucking track him down. He's on this distant star system where they're doing archaic shit like war. Dun, dun, dun.
We don't do war, but we have weapons.
We have weapons in the museum. They had to go back and get the fucking rapiers out of the fucking British National Archives. All right. So then they go. She then
Damn,
takes.
brother. Yeah.
She then sets her spaceship on a course. Does a costume change, obviously.
Yep.
Sets her spaceship on a course toward the star system that she needs to go to, and then takes a little nap on some cellophane
So you can see your boobers.
plastic. Well, you don't. Well, you
Yes,
see.
you do, because she's wearing the see-through.
Oh,
the see-through
right.
outfit
Yeah,
at that
okay.
point.
Chris is very attentive to that.
I was still paying attention at this point.
Her spaceship crash lands on the planet. She is then abducted by some children.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Exactly.
See, kids are running the scenes just like today. Kids are running the show.
Okay.
And then she is taken via manta ray sled dog
Yep.
to an ice cave and is then tied up and then had dolls with razor sharp teeth sicked on her, and they bit her some and ripped her costume a little bit.
Yeah.
She then falls. She then passes out, which is another motif. She goes unconscious. I counted 5 times in this movie.
Hell yeah.
I would have thought more.
Yeah, it's 5 times. Every time that basically, if you want to talk about how the movie is episodic and repetitive, basically what happens is she crash lands. She is beaten, made unconscious. She is then rescued, and then She has sex with the children catcher guy.
So, my favorite character of the entire show.
Harry.
With a lot of hair.
Yeah,
Where
dude,
they have sex with like
when he takes
not
off
hands.
when he takes off his fucking fur coat and there's just as much fur underneath him. Like, that's my boy.
Yep, that's
Hell,
me.
That's me. I can identify with you.
And he basically asks Barbarella as payment for saving her life if she
To
would
copulate.
have sex with him.
Yep.
And she says, "Sure, let me take my space pill.
My space pill. Touch hands.
We'll touch hands and have
They
space
don't
sex."
actually touch hands though. They're like very close.
That's true. Oh yeah, the hands never make physical contact.
Never make physical contact. It's the future, guys. It's
disgusting.
It's gonna happen. It's gross.
Yeah, you don't want to touch it. You don't want to touch anybody.
Ew.
But
No.
he says, "No,
No.
I'd like to have sex on a bed.
I'm a roguish thug,
I'm a puckish rogue."
a puckish rogue.
And she says, "That's archaic.
Fucking gross.
No way. No way."
That's what.
But then
I think she says that's what the poor people do.
Yes,
That's what the people that can't afford the pills do.
right.
And that was the Soviet Union that they're making talk of. So just putting that out there.
Really? Wait, explain.
Well, the Ice Age, the primitivism.
Okay.
It's
Oh, okay.
The 60s is the moon race era.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
just keep going.
Chris likes this movie
Okay.
now.
Once you finish this part, I have a thing to say about it. Oh, God.
Okay. So then he fixes her ship while they bang. She fixes he fixes her ship, Barbarella's ship, and then she blasts off and leaves. Also, she's experiencing sex for the first time, so she's like, "This is tight."
She's fucking
Yeah.
blasting off.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. She's pretty excited about
She's
it.
got a skunk costume on. Very cool. Outfit change number 3, I believe.
I was into this movie at this point.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah. No, I don't normally do that. I just got
You got
scoffed
excited. I understand.
for
About emotions.
for hitting my hand on the table.
To anybody who's not really paying a lot of attention, that's going to sound like Chris meant he didn't masturbate to the movie. Because you're not in the room and didn't see him hitting the table.
I was into it at that point. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's
fucking go.
let's fucking go.
Her spaceship takes off, but the stabilizers were inverted, so she crashes into the planet, turns on the terror screw, which allows her to burrow beneath the crust
Yeah.
of the planet. She then ends up near the labyrinth or something.
I was lost at this point. Like,
You should be.
Where the fuck is she? Is she on a different planet?
I think so.
But then how did she get to a different planet? if
She
she's
screwed
burrowing?
right through the planet
to another planet.
to another planet in the star system.
Right when Break On Through the Other Side came out.
Yes.
Throwing that out there.
Then she meets up with some fucking weirdos and an angel.
It's very 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 Manson-esque, in my opinion.
What?
Very like culty Manson, Charlie Manson.
The people in the labyrinth?
Yes.
Yeah, well, because they're the good people on the outside of the evil city, and they're trapped in the labyrinth. And
Wait, was she on one fucking planet this entire time?
Think about it.
I think it's 2, maybe 1 planet. I don't know. Yeah, man, expand your mind. Fucking don't
Less now.
don't sign up for the draft, dude. Do your fucking time. Okay, so then she meets up with the puckish band of rogues, and one of them is an angel.
Pygar.
Blind.
Pygar, who's blind. He's the last of his kind, the last angel. And he can't fly anymore because he's just too sad.
Yep.
And so she knows what will make him feel better.
Let's go in your nest and roll around the hay.
So they have sex, and then immediately he's able to fly, and he's flying while she's like taking a postcoital nap.
Yep.
Then they go into the labyrinth. I think there was some other shit with the labyrinth.
they had to go fly, but she can't fly because they'll get shot down because he can't see. So she's gonna ride on his back with one of the fucking guns.
Right, which is when he's like, "Oh, they'll shoot us down if we try to fly into the city." And she's like, "No, dude, I brought the strap.
Dude, I'm fucking
it's cool,
strapped."
dude. I've got earth weapons, which are the most fearsome weapons in the whole movie." They then go into the evil city. They meet the great tyrant, the Black Queen that they have.
Fucking one-dimensional character, bro.
Okay, bro.
One fucking dimensional.
This is supposed to be a 60s psych movie. If you expect people who are fucking, their brain is coming out of their nose because they're on so much acid, and they're smoking the weakest weed known to man, mids, by today's standards, to be able to have a nuanced character who
Yeah.
doesn't have a very simple arc. You're kidding yourself. You're playing yourself, son. Anyway, so she goes into the evil city. She is then sent to the torture room to be tortured. She is rescued by the resistance leader,
That was the funny hair guy. He's like
Dorian.
He looked like the professor from Animal House.
Yes, he did actually. He also kind of looked like every rebel in every movie because he's wearing a brown cape.
Also, that mustache though.
Yeah, well, because it was the 70s. You know, that thing does some things.
That's that power stash right there.
Exactly, for sex. He then wants to have sex with her, as everyone in this movie does. And she's like, all right, let's get to it. I like the old sex style, regular sex, like you and me would know in the year 19 and 18. But he's like, no, I got a pill.
He goes, he like freaks out trying to find the pill in his like spank bank underneath his bed. Yep.
And then they have future sex, which is holding your hands up to each other and focusing on one another, and then going.
And then the dude's like fucking creepy cousin walked in. Is like, what's going on in here?
Not the Justin Timberlake album, Future Sex.
No, this is pre-future sex, so this is actually retrofuturism. They have future sex. Her hair curls.
Yep.
His hair goes crazy. Smoke starts coming out of his ears and his hands.
Yeah.
Very comical scene.
Yeah.
And then she has to go in and basically defeat the Black Queen by going into her dreams in the, what is it called? The dream sphere?
This is when I forget, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. I've after the future sex scene, I'm like, all right.
When did you stop like having interest in this?
Eh,
Because this
About-
all sounds like
about
amazing.
about when she's flying out with the dude shooting down the other planes. I'm like, okay.
Are you
Wait, with
kidding?
Pygar?
Yeah. I liked Pygar.
Pygar's the shit, dude.
I liked Pygar.
He has no memories because he's an angel.
I get the movie. It's a cult movie, and you're supposed to like it. And it definitely influenced future films, but it was fucking boring.
I don't think it did any of that.
Oh, it totally did. Dude,
Did it?
think about like any type of like comedic sci-fi movie, like Demolition Man.
I don't think this was supposed to be a comedy.
I think
I
it
think
kind
it
of was.
was.
Was
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
Oh
There's
yeah,
definitely
it was
some-
definitely lighthearted. At the very least, it was lighthearted. It was not
Okay.
supposed to be taken seriously. The fucking soundtrack in it is like Benny Hill almost at points.
And fun fact, the guy from
Duran Duran took his name from Duran Duran.
that is a fact, but what's his face? David Gilmour from Pink Floyd was doing the soundtrack.
No fucking way, really?
Yep.
Huh.
That's pretty cool. So Benny
We're gonna,
Hill.
we're gonna
Come on, man.
we're gonna warm you over, Chris.
I don't think it's gonna happen because you just you just want that raw sex like the one dude in the first Planet.
Yeah, we could have left it at that planet. That would have been okay. It could have been a fan made film on the YouTube.
Okay, so then she goes into the dream world. Duran, the bad guy, traps her in the dream thing with the Black Queen, and then
Is that the fucking piano thing, or is that later on?
well, that's right before the scene actually. So before that, she is taken and tortured in the pleasure machine.
Yep.
That's supposed to like sex her to death. She's supposed to get overstimulated
and
and die.
then like all of her clothes are spitting out the side of it, but there was way too many clothes coming out. She wasn't wearing that much.
Well, maybe she had some extra
I'm
outfits.
just calling out fucking plot holes.
Listen,
here.
all I'm
just
trying
calling
to
out fucking plot holes.
in this movie.
Yes.
All I'm trying to say is that like she probably had like a lot of changes of clothes on her because she was changing clothes every
Fair
3
enough.
minutes.
Yeah, I guess in the future there's probably some type of technology that just like produces new clothes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, gives you nice skimpy outfits.
So,
Okay, so yeah, he tries to use a giant vibrator chamber on her to kill her, but she breaks it because she's just so damn good. And then they go into the Black Queen's dream. She gets locked in there with the Black Queen because Duran Duran's going to take over, and the Black Queen unleashes the Mathmos, which is the liquid energy thing underneath the city that feeds on your negative vibes, man. And
Not ripped off in Ghostbusters too.
Pre-Ghostbusters 2.
I said not ripped off in Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. And yeah, so basically they fucking win. That's the end.
Yeah, it was.
And Pygar flies away, saving both Barbarella and the Black Queen. Duran Duran gets fucking swallowed up by his badness because the Black Queen repents and is taken away. Barbarella asks Pygar why he would save a former tyrant, and he says,
Angels have no memories.
"Yeah,
Chris
Chris.
flies away
Yeah."
like a fucking angel.
All right, so that's basically the broad plot. Do you think the plot is important, Chris?
No, I don't. But there needs to be some type of narrative structure to.
The narrative structure is that Barbarella is she's a sexually liberated woman, and she goes around the.
She's not sexually liberated until she meets up with the fucking Russian dude.
But she's from the jump. He's not Russian. What are you talking about?
It was Russian. The hairy guy.
The Russian guy.
Yeah, the Russian guy.
I like spreading lies.
She's sexually liberated from the jump. She just doesn't know how to do the old sex because she doesn't care about being naked. Like she doesn't, whatever.
No, I disagree. She's liberated in the sex, in the sense, and also the sex, of what like her society tells her to. But she never got to try the one type of sex act that she really enjoys.
She's not liberated. She's liberated sexually, but not economically because she doesn't do poor people sex.
That's what she probably never had that though. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like so in the future. She like they just take that pill, they put their hands up, get off the vibes.
Yeah.
Although
And that's
right
cool.
now in the real world, what is the equivalent of
right
the
now-
hand future sex and the poor people sex?
Well, that's like the Oculus or something. That's
Yeah.
that VR type of.
Is that like VR porn? Is the hand sex
and then
the future?
and then
sex?
poor people sex is using your own hand porn sex.
Yeah.
I think that's just like doggy style. I think it's like the real sex. But like you pop a Cialis, put on an Oculus headset, and go at it. I think that's probably what she's used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like some like weird chem sex thing where you're both on meth.
That's like pre. I don't think they touched upon that, but they probably should have.
And you
They
have
probably
to
couldn't
be
even expect
Republican.
meth.
What'd you say?
You're on meth and you're Republican.
Yeah.
It's the only way it matters.
Or you're Ed Buck.
That's the only way to have
luring
good sex,
people
too.
into your house. That's a
yeah.
scandal.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So what did you guys? Okay, I don't want to talk about the plot anymore because Chris loves the plot too much and he won't shut up about it.
Okay.
What was your favorite scene, location?
Oh, it was the ice planet, man.
You like the ice planet because you love the big hunk with the big
Yeah.
hairy chest.
And then when they're just fucking smashing pissers like inside the fucking sailboat thing,
And it's just
looping around. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's pretty cool.
Take it once around the block,
yeah,
please.
a couple of times there, Chief.
What about you, Jake? What's your favorite location?
I like the pre-labyrinth sex dungeon kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, when I first watched it, I was really into kind of like that whole
Sex dungeons.
like basically sex dungeons, like France, kind of like Lou Reed, just kind of partying type of thing. And I thought that was probably what it would have been like. Like
if that were in a retro future.
that's what I wish. That's what I wish happened to me in my life. It just hasn't happened yet. I'm still trying, but it hasn't happened.
There's still time.
Yeah.
Like an Irreversible. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Don't.
Nice. It's the guy from Enter the Void. Okay. My favorite place I think was probably the Dream Space or the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth was a pretty cool set.
That
Okay,
was a
so
really cool set.
If they had made this episodic, like actually episodic.
It was a comic book first.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was a
no,
comic book.
it seems very like it's. I know it's based off a comic book, and a lot of that is kind of bleeds through it.
Bring her into the MCU.
Yeah, bring him to the MCU.
Oh,
Get rid of fucking
yeah.
Captain Marvel.
No, get rid of fucking Iron Man. Well, he's already gone.
Yeah, he's
but
dead.
Spoilers.
no, fuck off,
Dude, the movie came out like it. Fuck you.
And also,
I'm gonna call. That's the name of this fucking episode.
Yeah.
Fucking the Hulk dies.
Does he? Wait, the Hulk doesn't.
No.
I don't fucking know.
That guy was like on King of Queens and stuff.
That was good. Fuck.
Next, everyone's a critic. King of Queens.
And we have to watch every fucking episode.
Oh, I would love that.
I wouldn't.
I have watched every episode probably.
Really?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, dude.
Big Kevin James fan there?
Big Kevin. Back in the 90s, Kevin
Yeah.
James? That's when he was on fire. His first
Was that
comedy
the
special?
90s?
Was it the 90s? I have no clue.
Early
I think it's like
2000s.
2000s.
Sweat the Small Stuff and all that.
Yeah.
So what
He
that,
makes-
was actually not bad for like 90s comedy.
That was
I think
fine.
it's 90s.
He's
right?
got that one joke about the size of muffins. It's the only thing I remember about him.
You just want some. He wants a regular muffin.
Yeah,
not
he
a
said,
mini
yeah,
muffin.
yeah. You can't either. You get a mini muffin or a giant muffin you got to carry on your back.
That's so 90s.
He has a joke about being
What's
on.
the deal with Marvin?
He has a joke about being on nitrous at the dentist.
Yep.
Where he's like,
Yep.
and he's turning up the knob for more nitrous because he loves it because he loves drugs.
Yep.
Kevin James.
Really?
Yeah, that was the joke.
That's cool.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
He was great in Mall Cop. Fuck you.
I haven't watched any of
Me
those.
neither, but I'll defend it to the death.
Yeah, I guarantee you I could figure out the plot of whatever his name is, Mall Cop, like without watching it.
Paul
Much
Blart.
like that stupid Carrot Top movie.
It's true.
It's pretty by the numbers.
Are there terrorists in the Paul Blart Mall Cop movie?
They're probably like teenage girls
I've
or
never-
something.
There's somebody who's trying to take over the mall, I believe, and I think they are terrorists. Yeah.
All right. So like I was saying, if this was episodic, and it was like, all right, so this is like
Like a TV series,
like a TV
serialized series, like
s-
Flash Gordon,
like Flash Gordon
or the other one,
Yeah,
or
I forgot what it was
True
called.
Detective,
Buck Rogers.
or
Did you know-
or Game of Thrones?
Hey, Chris, you want to know a fucking trivia fact
Yes.
about this movie?
Read off some of these facts.
It's the first fantasy sci-fi hero to be brought into a full feature-length movie ever.
They set
Ever.
the standard. That's pretty
All the
impressive.
other ones were serials.
Fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, your mind is blown. You want to know another trivia fact?
Sure.
Ian McKellen, Sir Ian McKellen, to you, flew to Rome to audition for this movie and did not get the part.
What do you
His
audition
tits-
for?
Yeah, his tits weren't big enough. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't say, but they did say that
was
Jane Fonda
Barbarella.
made him breakfast while he was
that's cool.
waiting to read his lines.
Honestly, looking back, that was probably a big mistake.
Wait a second. The Phantom came out in 1943. Oh, that was a serial.
Yeah, baby.
Oh.
First feature length.
Oh, dude, you were
sci-fi
shaking your
fantasy.
fucking boots for a second
I
there,
was
Andy.
scared that
You're fucking
IMDb
terrible.
let me down.
Like, what happened to that?
Batman's big screen extension of the television series, 1966.
I don't care. Anyway, that's what IMDb said. That's my source. Okay. Another. Do you want to just hear some more trivia?
I want to hear what Jane Fonda that got you guys all pissed off about.
Okay.
earlier.
Yeah. So let's exonerate Jane Fonda from our dad's POW camp that he's
Oh, he's
put
gonna
her
have so
in
much
his
to
mind.
say about this.
Okay. So the story goes
Okay.
that the traitorous Jane Fonda, who was against the Vietnam War, which we can all agree nowadays, bad war shouldn't have been a part of it, right?
That's a hot take, and
It's not a hot take. It's a terrible proxy war. We put a lot of people through a lot of
Did you
shit.
see Platoon?
Didn't give a shit.
Did you see?
Yeah, that's propaganda.
Did you see,
Anyway,
did you see Apocalypse Now?
yeah, and the thesis of Apocalypse Now is
Did you
war is
see,
bad and we shouldn't be doing it
Did
in
you see?
Vietnam.
Did you see Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, also the same plot.
Did you see? You see Saving Private Ryan?
Well, Saving Private Ryan is about World War II.
Hey, did you see?
War's bad. Are you arguing that war's good?
Did you see Three Kings?
Yeah, another movie that says war is bad.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm just making sure I have my credentials.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saigon Jane, as she was called thereafter, she went
Hanoi Jane.
Hanoi Jane. Sorry,
Yeah, seriously, get it fucking straight, dude.
I'm sorry, I wasn't born yet. Okay,
Neither were we.
but basically the story is that she was in a anti-Vietnam War group. She went to Vietnam on a humanitarian mission to go talk about the U.S.'s to go see the conditions the U.S. has put the Northern Vietnamese under. And she commented that they were indeed bombing these dikes, water irrigation system, to basically starve the civilians of Vietnam of their precious water that you need every day. That was the thing that pissed people off, is that she was going there to inspect that, and she did indeed report on U.S. war crimes. But the big kicker there's a picture of her next to an anti-aircraft gun, which, I don't know, bad photo op. But the big thing was that she went to a POW camp, and a POW passed her a note to give to his family or to give back to the United States of some sort. But she relinquished that note and smuggled it back to the Northern Vietnamese because she's a goddamn traitor.
Wait, what?
It's a funny story because it didn't fucking happen.
Okay.
So this is like, yeah. So this was basically the story. That's why in like VAs with a lot of Vietnam veterans and stuff, they'll have like urinal cakes with Jane Fonda's face on it.
I didn't know that was a thing, but okay.
Yeah, that's like a thing that they do.
I want that for my next birthday.
You just want to piss on Jane Fonda.
But like in the Barbarella way.
Nice. Yeah, so that's like a total fabrication. It's like it's like how people nowadays are like Ilhan Omar trained with ISIS and now she's insurgent in the Congress, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So they did that to Jane Fonda and then she became Hanoi Jane. So sorry if you were mad about that for decades.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, apparently she met with 7 POWs who were asked politely if they wanted to talk to her and they came under their own volition. That was another thing, is that people who didn't meet with Jane Fonda were beaten, which is not true.
She had a dope workout career in the 70s, too.
She did. She had the Thigh Master, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just after, too. So she was like, she had to start at the bottom again.
What everybody forgets, though, is the POW messages.
What about it?
She was given POW messages, to pass along to their families and stuff, and she actually did end up doing that. And everybody leaves that out though when they tell that story.
Right.
Right.
Oh, so she actually did the thing that she was supposed to do.
Yes. Yeah. So
And the North Vietnamese.
it was a lot of war hawk people who were like, we definitely have to be in this war and it makes a ton of sense and it's super popular and she's a bad woman and I saw her boobers in Barbarella and oh boy am I so mad. Basically what that was about. Cool. All right, I want to talk about what you guys thought about Barbarella as far as the sexual content in it. Did you find it to be obviously it's a shtick in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's got full on outfits where there are domes around her breasts.
Right. To protect them from space rays, probably.
Yeah, gamma ray bursts.
What did you
And
think
other
about it,
bursts.
Jake? Did you think that it was empowering? Did you find it disempowering?
No, 100% empowering.
I thought so,
especially from
too.
like a fashion standpoint in the 60s to have that on a feature film.
Yeah.
Because like right now, especially the fashion industry, they're starting to break out in video games, which is pretty cool. rather than say Versace design a $5,000 suit that most people can't afford, they're selling it in different kind of video games like Fortnite or something like that,
Oh.
where people can pay them for like whatever. I don't play video games, but like they're having these.
whatever, $5.
So we have fashion designers designing them in video games. I don't know. It's so.
That's
I
cool.
think it's so
I think
cool. It's
that's
like
cool.
feminism at its highest, probably. With that, that's a huge step to have that kind of nudity in it. That kind of high fashion when in a feature film is pretty freaking awesome.
Was it an actual like first run feature film though?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Oh,
didn't
here's
know
a fun thing about this movie. Guess what it was rated?
PG.
PG.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Just parental guidance, baby.
dude.
What? Really?
Yeah, so
well,
I guess
PG-13
it-
didn't
I don't have
come
the
around
right-
until Raiders, Indiana Jones. Raiders
I
of the
think
Lost
they edited out some of it in the feature length, but when they re-released it on DVD, they didn't change the rating.
Ark. Yeah.
So it was pre all those moms getting mad in the 90s.
Cool. Fuck those 90s moms, man.
Yeah, they suck. All right, I want to talk about. I've got a bunch of like set pieces that we can talk about. One of the things I thought was interesting right out of the jump was the video phone. They had a video phone,
Yeah.
which is like pretty kind of revolutionary when you think about it. Like I don't know if that showed up in Star Trek or any of that stuff first, but like kind of preempted a lot of that
People always bring up The Simpsons for bringing that up. That's impressive. That's in Barbarella.
in Barbarella, baby.
Yeah.
They said so. It's obviously like a very utopian movie. Like that's the idea. That's
Yeah.
like the shtick for the 70s is groovy, baby. Fucking radical. I guess that was the 90s saying radical, so it was groovy. That's what they said in the 70s and 60s. But they like right in the jump, the guy goes, we don't have any police or any army, so we have to send. And I'm not going to send my band. So he sends Barbarella to go take care of the conflict. The Stingray, we talked about the Stingray Snow Dog thing. I just wrote here, this shit is French as fuck.
It is.
Let's see. There's a lot of like little hidden lines and stuff where they talk about like in on Earth we don't do this kind of sex. We when someone needs ego support and that stuff, they just take the pill and they stare at each other and should be completed within a minute.
Yep. Or until you reach fucking
Release or something.
No, it was something with an R. It was like rapport or rapture or something like that.
Some lines in that movie, like the sentences were too long for what they actually need to say. Like I wish I have an example right now. 'Cause it's like she'll go off and like it's like 2 sentences broken down like 3 seconds. Like what?
The Labyrinth, I liked a lot. The Black Guards, what do you think about them as a set piece? Can we do something that'll make you happy, Chris?
No, so I keep on going back to it. There was, I understand the importance of the film, and I get it was empowering to Jane Fonda, and women in general for the like the portrayal of her as a strong like hero figure in the film, and also having an antagonist that was a female, technically sort of, not really, was pretty cool too. I overall kind of, and it's my stimulus baked 2019 brain. Like I found it.
You weren't
boring.
impressed by the lava lamps on the
No.
screen?
No, it's like when I watch an old film and I'm actually impressed by it, it's something like 2001 or like 2001 or like 2001.
Like Space Odyssey?
Yeah, where it looks
That's more cinematic and plot driven heavy, but that's also a type, like that's the genre too.
Yeah.
Like Hitchcock has his genre. Like a lot of those films that always get it, they're going
I've
after those.
never been. Yeah, no, I get. Not to cut you off.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah. So like I get you saying like this was a very art house movie.
Extremely art house.
Very
yeah.
art house, and I've never liked art house really.
Okay.
And then not that far flung, like straight up like.
It's like art house sci-fi though.
Yeah.
It's like they're starting that almost. Like
Yeah. But it was sci-fi in the sense that the characters were in space. That was pretty much kind of where that ended. It was.
Yeah, I mean,
it
they were
was-
just in the 60s, like when,
Yeah.
in the scene where they're in like the hookah bar
Yeah.
thing inside the evil city.
essence of man.
And they're smoking the essence of man, and the lady's in the hookah, like a hot tub.
The dude was in the hookah.
Yeah, no, seriously, that
dude
was a
was in the
dude.
hookah.
That was a
Yeah.
dude?
When I first
Oh.
watched that,
Yeah,
I was
they were
like,
smoking essence of man. There was a dude in the hookah.
when I first watched that, I was like aroused at that point, and my buddy pointed out, he's like, "That's a dude." I'm like, that's when I started going to like earlier. I'm like, I don't really care if it's a guy or girl at this point.
Oh no, yeah, it's a movie that I think is very sex positive.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something that I saw. What movie did this remind you of? What movies this is like a direct shout out to?
Oh, it's. I don't know.
I have no clue. Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I can see that. That's true.
I thought of some alternate like
Oh yeah, no, not now that you say that, that is pretty much
It's Wizard of
It
Oz.
is pretty much just
he
the Wizard
meets
of
the
Oz.
the lion is the first person he meets.
Yeah, and then you've got kind of like the
You've got the fucking scarecrow who's too
yeah,
afraid.
he's too afraid, and the Tin Man who's got a fucking
Good
Tin-
point. I even never thought of that before.
yeah. Tin Man's got a sheet metal cock. Yeah, no, it's just like Wizard of Oz.
So it is a good movie. Say
No,
it.
it's not.
It's a
See,
great
this-
movie.
This is the thing.
Great movie.
It's not.
I've convinced
It's
you.
not a
I've
good
convinced you, sir.
movie.
Debate me.
It's not a
debate
good
me.
movie.
Why won't you debate
Just
me?
because something is important to film in general does not make it a good movie.
They smoked a man in
Citizen
a
Kane. Citizen Kane. Extremely important movie for film.
Never seen it.
For non-linear editing. It was one of the first ones to fucking do it.
You don't like
It
that
is
movie?
It is a boring fucking slog of a movie.
What do you guys think the Rotten Tomato score for Barbarella is?
What?
Oh, it's like a
100%.
fucking 75 or
50.
something like that.
All right, you're saying 75,
Yeah.
I'd say like 50s,
50s.
40s or 50s. Oh God. Ugh.
I'm gonna go under 75, like somewhere in the 60s. I'll say 60.
All right, since it's not Price is Right, Chris wins because it is 73%.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
No. The movie is important.
That's better than I
Like
thought.
it's crazy that it came out when it did, and I think the visual effects for the time are pretty all right. But personally, me as a critic talking about it with my personal feelings and
Oh, you
acumen.
named it. You named this segment right. Everyone's a critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And
Yeah, everyone's a critic,
Yeah,
you son of a bitch.
Wait. So what other movies came out in '68? Because I really don't have a comparison in my mind.
Brendan,
Yeah, like who won the Oscar this year?
I don't even know.
what'd you think of?
If you knew that, it'd be very impressive.
Yeah, 68.
What did you?
Ooh, this is gonna immediately make this movie look really bad.
Oh, really?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Same movie. That was basically Wizard of Oz. But
First
with
of all,
monkeys.
you have to
What were
understand
the
that
budgets?
68.
It was like a $9 million budget.
68 is like right in the greatest era of Hollywood, so this is, no matter what, this is never going to look bad or look good. Night of the Living Dead came out that year. Rosemary's Baby, Planet of the Apes.
Oh wow,
So
that
it was
really
it's
it really got
very-
overshadowed.
Yeah, it's a real sci-fi time.
Yeah. Whoops. What'd you guys think
Chitty
of the?
Chitty Bang Bang.
Fuck yeah, that's the best sci-fi movie ever made.
Once Upon a Time in the West.
I think these are all overrated movies.
It's like I was saying before. It's an important movie. I didn't care.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it reminds me of watching like I don't know, like what's like a big like Lincoln or something, right? And
Yes, this is just like Lincoln.
no, I mean like a big movie like that, like Danny Day-Lewis like crushing it, like a great director coming with a solid movie, solid script, and then like Harmony Korine coming out with like Gummo or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is a gummo.
Yeah, it's good.
Really?
Harvey Cream's alright.
I like Spring Breakers.
Breaker's great.
But it reminds me of something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely doesn't have the budget for it.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going for that same kind of
No,
appeal.
Yeah.
Jump in on Brennan.
What do you guys think of the sex torture pod thing?
Bit icky.
He's a little icky.
I like.
Ah, just French, dude. That was so French.
This is very French. I liked that when she broke the machine because she was too good at sex. The guy Duran gets all pissed off because he broke my blue beautiful machine, and then he says to her, and I wrote this down: "What kind of girl are you? Have you no shame?"
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Have no shame. Yeah, shut the fuck up, Duran.
Yeah, shut up, Duran. Your dick sucks. Can't even get it done with a fucking fuck machine.
Can we just talk about how much that guy's movies suck now?
Who?
Duran.
Gummo
Duran.
sucks.
I love Gummo, dude.
Gummo's great.
Yeah,
Kids
Gummo's
sucks.
Kids doesn't suck. I didn't take it out just for
never
her.
watched Kids.
That's a different movie.
Didn't see it. Didn't see either of them.
That's Requiem for a Dream.
Is that what he says in that?
Did you ever watch?
Oh, I did see that.
You ever watch Trash Humpers?
No.
That I couldn't even.
That's an amazing movie.
No, it's not. That's a bad movie.
No, it's like they just wear these masks and these people just go around. They hump trash
that's-
the entire movie.
Yeah.
And the
It's
way
like 45 minutes long too.
and the way he wanted to release it, he wanted to get like old VHS tapes, like Titanic or something, and write the movie back over those. And
So it would
sell
just
them, like,
cut in
So
between.
it's like finding, like he said, I think he said it's like finding like an artifact. So you find this movie, it's like it's Titanic. You think you're gonna watch Titanic, and you just see these people just fucking trash and like these masks on.
It's like an idea a 12-year-old comes up with. Dude, I'm gonna re-record. I'm gonna fucking like grind on a trash can, and then I'm gonna fucking record over
A rat ass
Titanic.
fucking 12-year-old.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's the coolest 12-year-old I know.
I have that. Yeah.
His name's fucking Dave. Dave Corinne.
No, that's David.
David.
So okay, how about this? If this was remade today, who's directing it?
Harmony Corinne.
Oh no, I the dude that made fucking
Todd Haynes would make this movie.
Todd Haynes. What did he make?
Velvet Goldmine.
That movie sucked.
That movie's fucking awesome too.
No, the dude that made Nymphomaniac.
Oh, Lars von Trier.
Yeah, Lars von Trier. Yeah.
Yeah, he would do. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would do something like this because now he's like,
He's like lost his edge a little bit, yeah.
well, he got a little sober.
Yeah.
He got sober and
he
started.
made Antichrist too, right?
Yeah, he made Antichrist. Yeah, he made Antichrist. Yeah,
There's Nymphomaniac.
He made he made a lot of those things. Yeah, his movies are a little too good. It's a little intimidating, you know. It's
Yeah.
like he has that mind where it's like, whoa, yeah.
He's fucking out there. Okay, so who's playing Jane Fonda in the remake by
Me.
Who's playing Jane
I
Fonda?
am Jane Fonda. Honestly, great Halloween costume, and if I had the resources, that would be my Halloween costume.
Oh,
this
you don't
year.
need much, dude. You just need
Yeah,
like
you
some
really
like.
don't need much.
I mean, I don't think they make space boobs in my size. That's the problem.
You could figure it out, and
I mean, I could definitely do one of her costume changes, which is just naked.
Yeah.
That's easy. I can do that no problem. And Olivia could be the little gorilla man. That would be cool. Then we can make
I
out.
have a feeling she would love that.
No, she would love to have that power over me.
who's playing the Gorilla Man?
Gorilla man?
Chevy Chase.
No, not
Current-
Chevy Chase.
Current
Not,
Chevy Chase.
no.
Current
Not
Chevy
manly enough. I'm
fucking
sorry.
Chase.
Dude, the guy who plays Hank on Breaking Bad.
Hell yeah.
Just a little bowling pin of a man.
Hank is an underrated character.
Hank's the greatest
Oh, he's
character
such a
ever.
good character.
He's probably the best character in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but he always gets shoved to the side for Walt,
I
who
don't
is the
think
least
so.
interesting character in
No,
Breaking Bad.
I don't. I think like most people that like really investigated that series, like Hanks has the largest arc on that
He's
show.
great.
Like he changes full course.
He
He's
does.
a huge
yeah.
douchebag, learns to love rocks, then
Yeah.
learns that he loves his brother-in-law, and then
Yeah.
gets capped in the fucking dome like a dog in the
Oh,
streets.
Isn't that the best scene when he goes in the bathroom and opens up the book
Yeah.
and he sees the initials and he's like,
Walter White,
motherfucker. Yeah.
and then fucking Vince Gillian's like, another 3 years till you find out.
Yeah, you've foiled my plot, Brick.
Well, we're gonna find out a lot more soon in the
Yeah,
movie.
I'm actually.
There's a movie coming out?
Yeah, dude. Next month.
What?
Yeah, they filmed it in secret and didn't tell anybody.
Oh, I fucking love that so
really-
much.
I'm
It's about
so-
Jesse afterward.
I'm so excited
Oh.
for it because of how good Better Call Saul is.
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
I
he's-
think Better
he's
Call
only
Saul's
become-
better than Breaking Bad.
I think he's only
Really?
become a better writer
Yeah.
and a better director since Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's cool because I think because I think at this point now with Better Call Saul, he has so much more resources.
Yeah.
And he has an opportunity to just like, man, fuck, I can make up this whole new backstory.
Yeah.
And especially that Bob Odenkirk crushes everything he touches.
he didn't want to take that role.
Bob Odenkirk
Really?
could be
yeah, he
Monkey
said that
Man.
he couldn't do it. He's not a leading
think?
man. He can't memorize his lines well enough, and he convinced him to do it anyway.
Oh, he's so good in that show. I love that
know.
show.
Shout out to Bob Odenkirk's new show, Undone.
What's
It's a rotoscope animated show.
what's a rotoscope?
It's like they
rotoscope
film
animation.
it and
You
then
ever
it
see
like
a
animates
Scanner-
over it.
Ever seen A Scanner Darkly?
Or Waking Life.
Have you seen?
Do you have one?
Have you
No
seen?
clue.
Yeah, Dream Corp LLC.
Yeah,
No
there's
clue,
a
guys.
bunch
I'm
of them.
sorry.
It's basically they film the actors and then they animate on top of it.
But it's like a very fluid animation. It looks really cool. All right,
Yeah,
getting-
people just trace over
Like
the
Sin
films.
City almost?
No, people
Oh.
actually take the stills that are from the filmed
Yeah.
and they trace over it.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
they
And so
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, throw up a
it's
picture if you have it.
100% animated, but it's animated using
Based
the live
off of-
action as the baseline.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think I kind of know what you're talking. Are you pulling up something right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I'm
Yeah. Let me see this. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Excuse me.
Trivia time while Jake reviews rotoscope technology.
Oh, that is so freaking cool. I
s-
thought people just
so wait, no, who's-
were really good drawers.
Who's playing Jane Fonda? Who's playing Barbarella? We still haven't decided on that.
Who's the Jane Fonda of our day? I mean, they would probably put
Jennifer
someone-
Lawrence.
I was gonna say they were gonna put
Yeah, it's
Jennifer,
gonna be
but
Jennifer
I fucking
Lawrence.
don't want Jennifer.
No,
Lawrence
I think
in
Jennifer
there.
Lawrence, or I think she's like a little. I think it's past her time. I think it's someone
Well, I
else's
think
turn.
she would take that role to reinvigorate her career.
I mean, if it's the movie is as good as it
Oh,
was,
Ben
in-
Affleck.
Ben Affleck is Barbarella.
Yeah, dude.
He can play anything.
Yeah. He can play Batman. He can play a guy from Boston. He can play Batman from Boston.
Trivia time. Guess who was slated to be in the remake that they wanted to make in '99?
Jane Fonda's daughter.
No.
Angelina Jolie.
no.
Damn.
Drew
Barrymore?
Oh, I
Barrymore.
can see that.
And
I
that
could see that
would be
too.
fucking great because I love.
What is she doing now?
She did that show, Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in that with Timothy Oliphant. Both big time crushes for me.
Cool.
Timmy All.
Timothy Oliphant from Justified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sheriff man. Got a soul patch. And walking around. I'm talking kind of quiet, but it's really scary. Timothy Oliphant.
Let's bring it home, boys. What do you say?
No! I've got more trivia. The trivia. Okay, so the password that they give, the secret password the rebels give is go. That isn't actually the name of a town in Wales. It's the longest town name in the world.
Is it in northwestern Wales?
Yeah, I don't know. Wales. They
right.
speak Welsh.
Hold on, I want to make Chris try to read the name of the town.
Oh, this would be awesome. Is it in northwestern Wales though?
Lana Fairpella.
Lana Parfella, go, 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 go. That's like how it sounds. Sogo, the city that they go to, is short for Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's a good fact.
This movie won. It's among the 100 most amazingly bad movies ever made by the Razzies.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
So somebody was right.
No.
no, yeah, those real critics
Yeah.
who no one likes.
Yeah, no one likes a critic, Chris.
Everybody likes Edgar Allan Poe.
He wasn't a critic. He was a poet.
He was he was a drunk dude.
I just want to play this guy
whatever.
reading that town.
Oh yeah, play it out.
West Wales at RAF Mona.
Yeah, you're
Just
right.
up the road from Llanfair
There we go.
The temperature got to 21.
See, that's like
Fucking
that accent.
excuse me?
Welsh is crazy.
I didn't want that tongue like gargly. That's the weirdest accent.
The director of photography was the nephew of Pierre Auguste Renoir, the painter. His name's Claude Renoir.
So it's a French movie.
Well, it's by a famous. They have a painting by Georges Seurat, the one that's in Ferris Bueller's Day Off that
Yeah, I saw
Cameron
that
stares
in
at.
the first-
Not a Renoir for some reason. Kind of weird. And David Gilmour was the guitarist guy.
Oh, yeah, we already hit that.
That's pretty cool.
I did also come up with a couple names or a couple ways to describe this movie. It's Lady Zardos, the Sean Connery vehicle, where he's also
The
a nude
gun.
savage running
Yeah.
around Space World.
Yeah, with the thing that spews out guns.
Yeah, the giant head that pukes guns
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
the people.
Yep.
The other name that I came up for it was heterosexual, strictly heterosexual Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
And then it's Sexy Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I like Sexy Wizard of Oz.
It
In
is a
space.
sexy Wizard of Oz in
Yeah,
space.
Sexy Wizard of Oz, comma, in space.
Take drugs and watch it. Don't be a fucking square.
It totally syncs up with Dark Side of the Moon.
If you play it backwards.
Well, David Gilmour's on the fucking movie, my guy. Guitarist of Dark Side of the Moon. You know?
All right.
Good job.
Think about
I
that.
did
yeah.
it. It's a great movie and I loved it. And Jane Fonda, you did nothing wrong. The Vietnam War was wrong and you were right the whole time. Hanoi Jane is a bunch of bullshit. Kiss my ass. Go to Snopes.
Fair enough. All right, folks. If you're still listening, we appreciate you for listening. We love you. Talk to us. Talk to us on Twitter and like Instagram and shit like that.
Yeah, no
If you
war in
think about
Iran.
it.
How about
You
that
can
one?
suggest other stuff to review,
Yeah. Tell us what you want us to review. Do you want
but
us
not
to?
Applebee's again.
Yeah, you guys want us to go back to Applebee's again?
Chili's
We'll
this
fucking do
time.
it.
Let's
We'll
do
go
Chili's.
we'll go to Outback Steakhouse.
No.
We'll go to
Chili's.
we'll go to the bar. We'll go to the bar.
Chili's.
Jakes, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
Anything you got to plug? Anything you want to let the people know about?
Yeah,
What's
what
your
other fucked
favorite
up
dish
weird
at
movie
Chili's?
you want us to watch?
Yeah, I'll be at the Funny Bone in Sacramento on the 30th this month.
Cool,
I'll
very
be
cool.
at the LA Comedy Store on the 6th of October
Very
through the
cool.
9th. I'm opening up for Chris Santino. And then, yeah, that's about it.
All right, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at Jake on Instagram.
Thanks for coming on, man. And folks, if you're listening, thank you for listening. We love you. We appreciate you. And be nice to each other.
Be nice. Space. Boobs in space.
Mental health.